Hey guys, how do I sound, you guys? I bought a little microphone to plug into the computer, and I'm wondering how clear it is. Let me know. Merry Christmas! I hope you guys are having an awesome day. Hey Woofy, hey Shar, hey Sandy, hey Charlotte. What are you guys up to? How's my sound, you guys? Good. It's a little bit of a tunnel, but not horrible. Hmm. Well, I am kind of like in this little corner of the house, so that could be part of it. Let's see. Hold up. Okay. What are you guys up to? I don't like the way this light looks right now. I don't like any of it. But, anyways, I don't care. It's okay. Oh, so we had a really good Christmas. Um, I'm not a Christmas person. I like Halloween. I like the 4th of July. Hey, Granny's watching. Headed to surprise our son. He's expecting us next weekend. That's awesome. Um, Thank you, Shar. Thank you, Wolfie. Well, thank you, Granny's watching. Anyways, so I was sitting around thinking I wasn't going to go live today. And then I was just thinking about, the kids that we talk about. And I want to tell you guys about a couple other ones that we haven't talked about on my channel yet. Um, it's so sad to think about these kids that are, they could possibly be alive somewhere. I don't know, but they're still missing at Christmas. And I kind of feel like these babies, like these become our babies. So I wanted to do a show to kind of talk about what's happening with Summer Wells' case, of course. We always want to keep updated there. And then I wanted to talk to you about a couple other cases that are happening right now. Have you guys heard about a little girl named Oakley Carlson? See my little mic? It's pink. Poor families spending Christmas without their babies. Oh, I know. It's awful. Christmas is like just, I don't know. For me, I always think about all the. And Jessica, you actually kind of had talked about this, like the kids out there that are expecting, to get what they wish for, but their parents can't afford it. It just, I don't know. There's so much heartache that comes along with stuff like this. Or when, first Christmas without a loved one that that you are used to spending Christmas with. There's a lot of sadness. And that's another reason why I wanted to come on. I'll turn that off for a second. Is she the one out of Texas? She's in Washington, I believe. I have it. I know that. Let me see something. My mic matches my lipstick. I have 10 freaking pages of notes, and I was just thinking earlier because my mom asked me, where is she from? And her mom had she was licensed to be a pharmacist in the state of Washington. It's when you are moving the mic. Leave it sitting down. Okay. Well, I wasn't moving it when you said that, though, the first time. Hey, TCA. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Tia. Oh, you guys, Renee, this one is heartbreaking. I'll warn you now. But let me show you this beautiful child. I've got, here, let me show y'all. I'm going to read from my notes. There is so much to it. I've got over 10 pages of notes. But I write really big and it's just on the front. But I do want to read from them so we can get some of the, I want to make sure I get the details down. It wasn't a Christmas gift, Granny. I bought it, or Jessica, I bought it at this little store that's near my mom's house that's like a discount store. It's kind of like TJ Maxx. They get stuff after it's, not sold in store or whatever. And it goes cheaper there. Okay. Let me find her picture, which I can show you guys some videos and stuff too. God almighty. So this is Oakley. Beautiful 5-year-old little girl. You guys will not believe the amount of BS around this story. Tia, I'm enjoying the day. It's ups and downs. You have these moments that are just pure happiness, watching your babies be so excited. Last night, Bentley, we kept watching, like, where there's little apps and other news places were putting out. Oh, it was East Idaho News. They put out a thing that shows like Santa and the reindeer going across the world. It shows them going across the ocean. It's like a 4 or 5 hour long video. And he kept asking me to check it and see if he was close. This story is horrific. It is. I just got 4 bags of blood transfusion and my first ambulance ride overnight. Stopped really doing Christmas or holidays a few years ago. Oh my gosh, Danielle. I hope you're feeling okay. I know. When you need a blood transfusion, you are just so tired. I've had them. I had one after I had Bentley, and I was just so exhausted, so tired. I just felt, ugh. I hope you feel better. Okay. Oh crap. I don't know what I'm doing here. Trying to print my screen. Awesome, Johnny. Okay. So, Oakley is 5 years old and she hasn't been seen for months. She was never reported missing by her mother, Jordan Bowers, or her father, Andrew Carlson. I'll show you a picture of them. Just like another Casey Anthony type story. Kids are missing. They claim now they haven't seen her since November, but they didn't report her missing. So here is Mom. Oh crap, I had a picture of them before they looked, here's Dad. Here's Dad before, a few years ago, when he was a police officer, which he lost his job for telling lies, basically. Okay. So Andrew and Jordan have 3 other kids, all between the ages of 2 and 9. There's a 2-year-old, 5-year-old Oakley, a 6-year-old girl, and a 9-year-old little boy. They live in Oakville, Washington. I'm thinking, I didn't write this state, but it has to be because that's where she was certified. Oh, maybe that's why it sounds weird. The humidifier, that just cut off. I bet it sounds different now. Okay, they live on 300 acres of land. So there is talk about summer wells and, all the land, all the greenery, all the stuff around her. This is times 100. Oakley was actually last seen February 10th of 2021. That's the last time. Oakville, Washington. Thank you, Whoopi. Thank you. That's the last time that she was seen by anyone else. Grandma last remembers seeing her December of 2020. She said that Oakley didn't look good when she saw her last. She had dark circles. She was very thin. She had sores and scratches all over. Okay, so check this out. Oh, you definitely need to get into this case, but it's a rabbit hole, and there's a ton of news. We can watch some in a second. There's a ton of news on it, which I love. It's like, that's all I've been watching. You got interviews with her foster parents because she's been in foster care. Then she was put back with her parents, and I wonder if I should turn that off. Does it make it that big of a difference? Then she was put back with her parents, and, this happened. Okay, so Grandma last remembers seeing her December of last year. On December 6th of 2021, the principal of the kids' school, her name is Jessica Swift, she calls Grays Harbor County Sheriff's Department. Oakley's 6-year-old sister had a play date and a sleepover with Jessica's daughter on December the 3rd. Jessica has been worried about Oakley for a while, at this point. So she asked the 6-year-old about her sister Oakley. She said the child became very upset and said, quote, "Oakley is no more," unquote. Then when pressed more, Oakley's sister said Oakley had went back to live with the foster family she had been placed with previously at 7 months old. She was with them for almost 3 years, and that's Eric and Jamie Joe Hiles. Let me show you guys her with her foster family. There she is. Oh my God. And they've spoken to the news. The foster father actually knows her real dad, and he says he knew him from high school, and he's changed quite a lot. And I do believe, my assumption is drugs, based on the way they look and all of that. Okay. Let me show you before we go any further, because this kind of touches on it. I found this article by the New York Post. So the sister also, she told police when they interviewed her that she was eaten by wolves. But let's read this for just a second. Washington state officials called off the search for a missing 5-year-old girl after her sister told authorities she was eaten by wolves and is, quote, "no more," unquote. Just a second, you guys. Sorry. Okay, sorry, you guys. My kids came through and they're going outside to play, so I just needed a second. So she also reportedly told police that their mother, Jordan Bowers, told her not to talk about Oakley. The missing girl's 9-year-old brother told authorities that her mother beat Oakley with a belt and would put Oakley in the closet and possibly under the stairwell. According to the report, he also said he has been worried about her starving. Her 9-year-old brother. So what is going on in this house? I've got to know. Grandma reports sores and stuff all over her, black dark circles. And this is what her brothers and sisters are saying, okay? So she did live with the foster parents for almost 3 years. And they fell in love with her. They wanted to adopt her. They said in one of the interviews they did with the news, when they had to give her back, it was like a death in the family. They loved her. And they would have kept her, and they would have taken darn good care of her. Look at him here. Here, let's see. Dressed up with her. And these foster parents, and we'll get there to my notes, they have been calling child services. And, the system failed her majorly. I know, you guys. Wait until y'all hear this, okay? So, they had their house caught on fire on November the 6th of 2021. It damaged the home, and they temporarily went to stay in a motel. When the house caught fire, they didn't call the fire department because they couldn't find their phones. Andrew did call 911 at some point that day. He told the dispatcher he blamed it on Oakley. Told the dispatcher Oakley caught the couch on fire with a cigarette lighter. The fire spread, and he was able to put it out, so he didn't need the fire department. The undersheriff found it odd that they didn't call for the fire department, and the fire investigator said the point of origin was the microwave. So what I'm thinking is, there's a house about a mile down the street from me back in West Virginia. And there was an explosion there, and they had a meth lab inside. So, and I've seen this theory other places online, but it does make sense that that could have possibly been happening. Just speculation, just for the point of discussion. We don't know. She should have never been taken from her foster parents. I totally agree. Jessica Swift, which is the principal, went to the house several times after the fire. Oakley was never there, and there was always excuses. Jamie, the foster mom, called child services more than once about Oakley and has spoken out about her disappointment with child services. After speaking with Jessica Swift, police did a welfare check at the motel they were staying at. So, police go to the little motel, and I forget the name of it. It's a little inn in their small town, population of 700, small town. Police knock twice. Oakley's mom answers the door holding a 2-year-old baby. The police ask, "Where's Oakley?" She says, "Oakley is with her mom." Police say, "Aren't you her mom?" She says, "Yes." Police say, "Okay, so where's Oakley?" She turns to someone in the room where they couldn't see him, which it was Oakley's dad, and she says, "Oakley's with your mom." So then he comes to the door. Andrew is his name, but he comes to the door, and police ask him about Oakley. He doesn't say anything. They ask again. Andrew says Oakley is with his father, but he could not remember her grandpa. So Oakley's with Grandpa, but I don't remember the phone number or the address. Sorry. Basically, that's what he said. So police leave, and they go to Andrew Carlson's father's house. And you guys remember, I'm reading off my notes. There's a lot of information here. And he says he has not seen Oakley since December of 2020. Police returned to the hotel to tell them Oakley wasn't with his dad. Andrew basically was like, "Oh, okay." And Jordan got really mad and supposedly balls up her fist and, says, "I'm not answering any more questions. I don't want to talk to you guys anymore." Oh, thank you, Canadian Mama. Merry Christmas. Hey, Beaver. So anyways, Mom gets mad that, they've come back. She's mad that they're pressing about it, and they're not going to just let it go. This reminds me of Lori Vallow, right? Whenever she says that JJ's with Melanie and all that stuff. I think this is a foster family here too. Oh, the way she's holding her foster mom, you can tell, like, she was so loved. So sad. Okay. So when she won't answer questions anymore, police leave, but they do look in the car on the way out, and they're looking for car seats, and they only see one car seat, and they think that 3 of these kids should be in car seats, 2-year-old, and then booster seats for the 5 and 6-year-old. Bentley's in a booster seat. But there was only one car seat, which they thought was odd. Principal calls police and says Jordan called and told them. So as soon as the police come to the house, Mom calls the school and says, "Get my daughter ready. We're coming to get her." The principal thought that was odd, so she calls police immediately. So the couple leaves the hotel and they went to their house. Police followed them, and that's when they arrested Mom for obstruction. Oh, thank you, Misdemeanor. Thank you so much. Okay. So then she was booked and Andrew was interviewed. He made statements to the effect that Oakley was dead and would not be coming back. Then police interview Oakley's siblings. The 6-year-old says she has not seen Oakley for a long time, but her mom told her she's never allowed to talk about Oakley with anybody. She said Mommy told me I'm not allowed to talk about her with anybody. She said that Oakley ran into the woods and was eaten by wolves. Police asked if Oakley had been hurt. She was silent for about a minute and then began to cry. The children also told detectives her parents would lock Oakley in a closet and under the stairs. They saw Mom beat Oakley with a belt, and the kids were worried she didn't get enough to eat and she was starving. And that we saw in that article. I believe it was they're claiming in the article it was the 9-year-old boy who, was worried about her eating and stuff. So both parents told police they'd last seen her November 30th, but they wouldn't give any details on what happened. We know anyone else, the last known sighting is February 10th, okay? February 10th. I do not understand how much drugs does it take for you to not give a shit that your baby's, whatever's happened to your baby. How much? I don't get it. There is not enough drugs in the world. I just don't understand. And I meant to upload a picture of them before the drugs, and they've changed quite a lot. Their looks have changed a lot. One of Oakley's siblings reportedly told police everyone made it out of the fire besides Oakley. The police searched the home, and there's toys and clothes for all of the children except for Oakley. Oh, and by the way, when they got to the hotel, the other kids were nicely dressed. The hotel was clean and neat. Nothing, it looked like they were taken care of. There was blood found in several places in the home. There was blood on the blinds, the door, and there was a handprint on the wall in the downstairs hallway. There is DNA testing happening right now. Yeah, I can, Wolfie, and I might grab it in a second. I'm using my hotspot because the internet sucks here, and I've got the phone in the window, and I'm like blocked in with a box with the laptop on it and the microphone on the couch. So, anyway, so then, Dad's taken in too, and they're taken in on suspicion of manslaughter, but there's never any charges passed down on that. Okay, but they do arrest them both and charge them with second-degree abandonment of a dependent person. Now, this is not related to Oakley. This actually came from them withholding their 6-year-old daughter's medicine for 15 months. Without it, police say she is at risk for physical impairment or death. So right now, they're both in Grays Harbor County Jail with $150,000 bail. They have no charges that have to do with Oakley. They are charged with that other one. Mom used to be a pharmacist. I'm thinking, and I've seen other speculation online, who knows what kind of medicine that the kid was getting, but if she wasn't getting it, were they filling it anyways and keeping it? And I know, and I don't know how to make meth, so I don't know what goes in it, but it's still, I would like to know if it's possible that there is a medicine that would cause impairment or death without it that goes in it. That's what I would like to know. That pic is huge. Okay. I do have PayPal, and I have Cash App. It's the cash sign 11, AE 1189, I believe. Hold on just one second. My PayPal is my regular email, and I appreciate you guys so much. I really do. I'm going to upload this picture and get that. You guys, this story is disgusting. And these parents, something needs to happen. Something needs to happen. Little girls don't just go missing. And this is different. These parents have admitted that she's dead. The kids have admitted. They didn't report her missing. They know what happened to her. Lord have mercy, y'all. It just pisses me off. You know? Okay, yeah, it's the little money sign AE1189. And then I'm going to grab this photo. Hopefully I can upload it on this side. So when the parents had got arrested, and they have the bond, $150,000, the police searched. They spent about 7 days searching the 300 acres with dogs. They even had divers because there was areas that were flooded. So like I said, he used to be. No, right now we're talking about Oakley Carlson, Maria. It's a little girl who is missing, but her parents did not report her missing. The last time she was seen by someone besides the family was February. Um, and there's a lot of sketchiness around that. The parents are doing God knows what, but I'm going to show you how they used to look versus how they look now. And then I got a photo of. Oh, I'm so sorry, y'all. Sorry about that. Okay, so here's what they used to look like. Pretty little couple. Here's Mom and Jill. And here's what they look like now. Mom, Dad. And here's Dad when he was a police officer. And he lost his job in 2017 for making false and misleading statements. Oh, okay. So that's my last page of notes on that. I don't know. I think that hopefully something happens soon. I want to follow this case. Um, little girls don't just disappear, you know. I know, Sandy Beach. That's what I was wondering. If these other kids are, you know, fed and dressed well and all of that stuff, but she has sores and then it's like, were they giving her drugs for her to have sores as well, kind of like they do? Were they giving her drugs? Or was she just getting residual, like, you know, small amounts over time? I don't know. Honestly, don't know. I think it sounded like a Hendrix song. I'm so sorry. Oh, Merry Christmas, Prairie Boy. Okay. Now I'm going to try to find that interview with the parents. Are you guys having like a big Christmas dinner tonight? My parents are cooking right now. I'm excited for that. Oakley, Carlson, foster parents. Okay. Oh, and there is talks about trying to change the laws as far as um, reporting her missing, and I don't know. I don't know the exact details. Yeah, it is disgusting. It really is. But the police need to be pressed, in my opinion, and these parents need to talk, or I hope they never get out. I honestly do. I hope they come out of their drugs, their stupor, and they feel so bad. I hope they regret their entire existence. I really do. I'm so disgusted with these trashy pieces of crap. I just can't imagine. I mean, do you know how many people? And I know you guys know, because my chat is full of like some of the best people on YouTube, I swear. But and probably many of you and me too would do anything to have such a beautiful, healthy little girl. It's just like with Summer Wells or Lina, and that's an Afghanistan refugee who is missing. I wanted to touch on it. I don't know as much about her. I know they say she's 3, but in Afghanistan they don't keep track of birthdays. They don't have money to throw parties and stuff like that. It's a different world over there. So I will touch on that case too. But I would love a kid to adopt. See, I don't know what we're eating exactly, but my parents can cook. When I'm in West Virginia, it's like Pizza Hut, McDonald's, Subway. Okay, let's see. I'm so happy to have you guys. I forgot. I got a laptop. I don't have to use my niece's anymore. That's slow and doesn't work. Kelly had to share the screen for me the other day. All right, let's check this out. Okay, sorry. Let's put that phone back up. I really want to watch your comments during this. Sorry, y'all. I'm right in that mic doing that too. Sorry. Okay, got it. All right. Let's watch this one. Merry Christmas, Barb.
We're about to hear live from the former foster parents of missing 5-year-old Oakley Carlson. It's not clear if anyone outside of her family has seen Oakley in about a year. Her biological parents are in a Grays Harbor County jail this morning as police now expand their search for the 5-year-old. They're searching the sprawling 300-acre property where the parents are living near Oakville in Grays Harbor County. The parents could be formally charged with manslaughter as soon as this morning. Here's what we've learned in the last 24 hours. The Grays Harbor County Sheriff's Office says Andrew Carlson and vacation to another one of their daughters, Oakley's older sister, who's 6. Court documents say that sibling told a school principal on Sunday that Oakley was, quote, no more. In the days that followed, police investigated. The family was recently displaced by a fire, we've learned, and moved into a local.
Does it sound bad right now? I don't know what's going on. It's a learning process. Process. Yeah, it is my phone. Dang it, I'm sorry. I'm trying to watch the comments.
Hotel. Police and witnesses have seen the couple's other kids, but not Oakley. The parents initially told authorities Oakley was staying with grandparents, but her grandparents say they haven't seen Oakley since December of last year. Now the parents say this is the last time they've seen Oakley. That was November 30th. Last night, the community of Oakville held a vigil for Oakley. Her former foster parents say they want the Department of Children, Youth, and Families to be held accountable. And the foster mother of those two, Jamie Hohiles, is joining.
Oh, okay. This is a different interview than what I've seen. But just think about this. 300 acres of land they live on that they own. I mean, and I wish I would have uploaded photos of it because it looks very similar to like where Summer Wells is at.
Joining us now live this morning on King 5 Mornings. This just must be heartbreaking, really. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so glad you're with us this morning. We want to clear up a few things about this case, which is now really just coming to light in a lot of ways. Can you tell us about the circumstances of this foster care situation?
So Oakley came to us in August of 2017, and we had her until November of 2019. Throughout that time that we had her, there were multiple red flags. So there were times that I would contact CPS and say, hey, I'm concerned about this. And they would kind of say, well, like, we'll investigate it. We'll look into it. And even after she did go back, there were times that I would hear something at the community and I would reach out and say, I'm concerned about this. And I don't know if I never had any follow-up, which I'm not necessarily expecting there to be follow-up, but I'm just disappointed that the times that I did follow up, that there still was no kind of like resolution to this. And this probably could have been avoided.
What can you tell us about why Oakley was put back into the custody of those two? What did the state tell you about why they may have been given a second chance or whether they deserved it?
That's one thing that the new laws that the community is proposing will do, is if you have a child that's been in foster care and you get them back, you have to do long-term drug testing. I agree with that. If you've lost your kids because of drugs and you get them back, you should be tested for a while, at least a couple years, because the first couple years are, after that, it's a bit easier. But yeah.
I don't know 100% as to what the state standards necessarily are. I just know in our case, once those parents started to get their acts together and be clean and show that they could, I guess, be fit parents, that just checked all of a sudden those boxes, even if it was a very fast decision to return Oakley and her siblings.
Did you feel that it was appropriate to give Oakley back?
No. And even if, so we were told in October of.
Who would you want taking care of your children? The lady on the left or the couple on the right with the sores all over their face? Oh, I'm angry at these people.
2019 that she would be returning. She, at that point, hadn't had a full overnight visit yet. And by November of 2019, she was placed back permanently. That's incredibly fast on a child. And that's very traumatic to go from full-time with my husband and I to full-time with Jordan and Andrew. And so I understood, yes, she might transition back, but could we just do it slower? Could we not, can we not do it where we scare her, where she's like traumatized from this? But that didn't even seem to be an option either.
And we have asked the state Department of Children, Youth and Families about this. They have not commented to us specifically on this case. Overnight, we also learned that this couple was charged with abandonment of Oakley's older sister. What kind of warning signs have you seen in regards to that?
I personally don't know, since I didn't foster her older sister.
Okay.
But I feel like, that sounds pretty much right in line. That sounds pretty much right in line with the neglect. And honestly, it's sad to say that I am not surprised.
Why do you say that?
I think just because when we had Oakley, there were some red flags that I noticed with parenting. And when I would bring it up, it was just kind of like they're trying their best. They're trying to do everything that they can. But
unbelievable.
I just know that if I was doing the best that I could as a foster parent, it wouldn't have been sufficient.
What do you want to say, I suppose, to the state, which clearly had a role here to play? Is there a message, or should there be some other guidelines they should be following? What needs to change specifically in this case?
So what I'd like to just say is that, first off, I'm really angry and disappointed.
Let's click this for a second, and then I want to talk about some Summer Wells stuff for a minute.
More bitter and sad.
We are going to keep our eyes on this case. I am, and I will keep you guys updated.
Drinking water before bed burns 46 pounds in 2 weeks. If you are struggling to lose weight and you're
Still
over
can't see your
25, then
comments, but you know.
We are hoping for the absolute
Okay.
best, but unfortunately preparing for the worst.
That's Grays Harbor County Undersheriff Brad Johansson speaking about missing 5-year-old Oakley Carlson.
We're hoping that maybe the child has wandered away, or perhaps she's with a friend or a relative and the parents weren't forthcoming to tell us that.
The girl's parents, 32-year-old Jordan Bowers and 36-year-old Andrew Carlson, were arrested Tuesday after not cooperating with investigators. Tonight, Bowers and Carlson are in a Grays Harbor County jail facing manslaughter charges.
It makes me angry. I'm like, just put it to an end. Just stop it.
Wow,
like,
they're
if you know where she's
everywhere about
at,
this.
like, just say something, because it's hurting everybody.
That's Jamie Jo Hiles, a former foster parent
This is
of
a
Oakley's.
different interview
She
than I
last saw Oakley in November of 2019, and she's holding on to hope that Oakley is safe.
We've had hundreds of people reach out to us. If they said, Jamie Jo and Eric, we need you guys to get some people together, we would have been there yesterday.
We've asked help from numerous search and rescue groups to come search the entire property, which is hundreds of acres.
Investigators
What
with
do
the
you
Grays
guys
Harbor
think?
Sheriff's Office, as well as Washington State Patrol and the FBI, were seen searching the sprawling property Wednesday afternoon. Johansson believes people within nearby communities may be just as helpful.
We're hoping that somebody might have a little bit of information that can shed light on the location of Oakley and how she is.
Johansson says investigators are also trying to learn more about
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, you guys. I muted that. My mom, she has COPD, and she was coughing really hard, and she was right over the room that I'm in. So yeah. Okay, Danielle. I hope you feel better. Get some rest. Yeah, she would have been well taken care of, and that foster. I mean, they're showing up everywhere. You can tell that they care. I mean, that's a different interview than what I watched last night with them. But anyways, yeah, this house, you can hear everything upstairs. Like, y'all can hear them cooking. I know it because I can hear them. Okay, but anyways, let's talk about Summer Wells for a little bit. Another missing baby at Christmas, you know. Another one of our babies. She's become my baby and a lot of you all's baby too. I'm sure of it. It's how it feels because I don't know. It's just like you see these kids out there that the people who are in charge of them, looking after them, taking care of them, are just not doing a good job, and they need somebody to look out for them. And it just, I don't know. You guys know what I mean. No, that's okay. I'm glad you guys let me know. Baby Dylan, who was found in the well. I've not heard of that. Oh my gosh. So there was an audio that came out today of Robin at church this morning. I'm going to see if I can find it. I don't want to use it from Cher played it, but I don't know and she wouldn't care if I played it, but I don't know the exact timestamp. Hold on one sec. It is so hard when I'm at my mom's house, when I'm at home, in West Virginia, I have a little room I film in, so it's like very quiet. No one comes in there. Well, not that much. Bentley still comes, but you guys know what I mean. It's just different here. Thank you, Sandy Beach. Yeah, she has a rough I want a tattoo too. Woofy, let's go get our tattoos. I was going to just get a blue heart for Gannon, but maybe I'll get a blue one and a purple one. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I know Cher wouldn't care if I played it, but I don't know the timestamp on her video. So let me see if I can find it, like, just on its own as a video. Robin was in church, talking about Christmas and mentioned summer, and she mentioned, hold on. I mean, I could tell you, but it's different to hear it for yourself. Robin, summer. Typed in Robin Summer Wells Christmas Church. I don't know how to change the search settings on. Two hours ago. No, that's not it. Dang it, y'all. Hold on, you guys. I just want to try to get through the part.
Squarespace is everything to sell it.
Try to get to the right part so we're not. Tell me, well.
You're in the front pew, and I'll call you up when it's your turn to be in the story, okay?
Can y'all hear that like that without sharing the screen? Because there's no picture. Let me know if you can hear it. I was going to do Paw Patrol. Oh, okay. That'd be cool. I just want like a little tiny heart, like a little blue one, a little purple one. Can you guys hear when I played it just now, but don't share the screen? There is actually no, you can't. Okay. Okay.
All right, everybody have a seat here in the front pew, and I'll call you up when it's your turn to be in the story, okay? All right, today's children's story is special because the kids are telling the story today. I can't help but be a little sad that Summer is not here today to help.
Hold on, I was going to say something, but today is Saturday, and that's when they do their church typically, so never mind.
Here she was just last year, dressed as a cute little shepherd. We are hoping and praying that she would be found before Christmas. And here is Christmas Day, still no Summer. But we are not giving up.
Oh, wow,
Prayers are
so
still
sad.
being lifted that she will be found safe. Thank you, everyone who helped clean her toys. Most of them were Paw Patrol toys. The kids loved cleaning them too. Some were pretty dusty and dirty, as Paw Patrol toys should be. From all their search and rescue missions, I'm sure Summer played out every episode she ever saw.
Oh, so I guess they either went and brought the toys to the church to clean them, or the church went to Summer's house to clean up her toys. And I'm wondering, are they cleaning them up to give them away? Are they cleaning them up, to keep at the church? Are they just cleaning them up in case she comes back? And Cher had an amazing point. This is an active crime scene. It's still an active investigation, and this is where she went missing from.
Special attention was given to this little toy, who is the character Ryder. He is the young boy who leads the team. His right eye was partially covered in dirt. While cleaning Ryder's eyes, I prayed that the search teams would have their eyes open to where Summer is. It's been 193 days. Let the little girl who loved to play search and rescue missions be found safe and brought back home.
So that's pretty much all there is that I wanted to show you from that. Now I do, and I'm going to look at Dawn Wells' YouTube channel and see what we can find on there that's been recently posted. What do you guys think about the toys being cleaned? And that's just odd, isn't it? I mean, hey, Kelly. Oh my God, Kelly, you missed the story. I think I messaged you guys about this earlier, but I hadn't gotten back in the messages. We were talking about a little girl named Oakley Carlson, and she was last seen. Her parents say they last saw her at the end of November. They didn't report her missing, though. Anyone outside of the family, outside of the parents, hasn't seen her since February. But it's a really sad case. Odd and random. It sounds odd to me, too. I mean, I don't know. That is just so bizarre. I guess. I mean, I don't know. It's sad. Let me see if I can get Dawn's YouTube channel up. I don't know. There's just so much craziness with it. Dawn Wells family channel. And recently there's been talk about their criminal records, which we had talked about that months ago. I mean, I remember seeing on Zav Girl them talking about the possible abuse charges and things like that. And it kind of goes back with like Oakley and her parents. How relevant do you guys feel the parents' criminal history is? Is it 100% relevant? Do you think that, or is it kind of benign? It doesn't make a difference or doesn't matter, Okay. 3 days ago, he posted, let's go to this Summer Wells 6 months without you. I haven't watched this yet. Have you guys watched it? It sucks that I can't freaking see your comments. Oh, Kelly, I got a laptop. Not today. I got it a couple of days ago, but I know that you had to stream for me the other day. That's why I said that. Oh, awesome. Have so much fun, Maria. That sounds awesome. Make a big snowman. Bentley does that, and he'll, put clothes. They made one that was taller than me, and they put clothes on it. And I actually saw in West Virginia they have like little kits for snowmen too. Yes, it is. And like I've never realized, because I was using my little nieces, so I didn't play around with it much. I was just using it to do to get whatever done. So now I'll be able to play around with it. And yeah. All right, let's watch this. $70 degrees here too, Kelly. Oh my gosh, what a nice Christmas. I've loved every minute of it. It's been awesome. I don't know what it is in West Virginia, though, but I do know that Sandy Beach had a ton of snow. Or she's not in West Virginia. She's out west. I'm going to West Virginia just to see and feel snow. Oh, my gosh. We've gotten like 3-4 feet at a time. And, buildings are caving in because they can't handle the weight of it. And it gets crazy. Crazy. Okay. Got it. Had you. All right, let's check this out. I do know Cher said that their YouTube channel is monetized now. So I'm curious if they will post more videos. Does this have music the whole time? Oh, you guys. You know what? I don't even care about the music. Let's just watch it. I don't care if it demonetizes me. I want to watch it. It's Christmas, and hearing her little scream. Oh my God, y'all. 6 months. We missed you so much. Oh. She was so full of life, you know? Oh. 'Y'all, that made me cry. Ooh. Sad. Yeah, it is heartbreaking. My God. And seeing her little face and just hearing her scream and laugh.
Hello, Discover Card here to explain our cashback match. We match all of the cashback you earn at the end of your first year.
See what this is.
Watch live sports, shows, and news with 85.
Someone started this petition to put Summer's flyer on the mini Walmarts in Tennessee, basically, or you could just post one yourself. There is absolutely no reason that they shouldn't be in every damn Walmart in Tennessee. Come on, police. Really? Are you serious? They should be in every one of the Walmarts, every one of the Dollar Generals, every one of the Little Generals. I just don't understand, because like those big stores that people go to constantly over and over again, there's already the wall of missing kids posters. Why would you not? 152 Walmart locations throughout Tennessee. Each one has its own little missing persons area. In my experience, it's usually around the customer service register. If Summer could be displayed at each Walmart, this could possibly lead to a break in her case or even lead to finding Summer. I asked Walmart to join us and help bring Summer home. There's little girls. There was a little girl just the other day that was found. She was only missing like 4 days, but she was found in the basement of this man's home. She was covered in coal, and it does happen though that they're found alive. Go into your top. Well, see, Johnny, I'm on StreamYard, so I have no idea. I don't know that there is a way for me to see it. If Kelly's still in here, is there a way for me to see the chat while I'm sharing the screen? There's a Summer Wells sign on I-24 going into Nashville. Oh, awesome. I pray they had a great Christmas too. Okay, let me ask you guys, do you think that the boys will ever go back to Dawn and Candace? Cleo, yes. Do you think they'll ever go back? Let's see if there's anything else on their channel. That we haven't seen. This very bizarre video of the different hairstyles that she could possibly have. This video right here, you guys, I want to watch it. I think we may have watched it before, but I was actually watching it earlier. And I have some comments if this is what I think it is. I mean,
till this morning when
in my opinion, in this, now I'm watching it again and I might change my mind. I change my mind all the time, y'all, but he seems like he's really genuine here. I don't know.
I got a phone call and was told that they was out here. Yeah, they had a plane flying all day and drone flying all day, and the leaves are off the tree so they can see a lot better, and hopefully we can find some clues as to what happened to Summer. I know they left all their equipment up there, their cell tower and all that, and TBI trailer. Yeah, thanks. Thank you, TBI and Sheriff's Department, for all you're doing, and thank you everyone for your prayers and love and support. No, I haven't heard anything yet.
Doesn't he seem or even look concerned? Which, I mean, I have to look at both sides. If they knew where she was and they were searching anywhere near, they might be concerned too, you know, but I don't know. What do you guys think about that? He is telling the truth, but not what he thinks happened to Summer.
Who are you? You look vaguely familiar.
I love that movie. It's the first time he realized TBI, law enforcement, FBI didn't believe him and Candace. Possibly. I don't see them going back, at least not anytime soon at all. I don't see them either. I hope not. I mean, probably not. That guy that made BK-14 shop in I-24, they had a vehicle burn up on. Oh, wow. I have to use my phone. Yep, that's what I thought, but it's messing up this little mic that I have sitting here. My nose runs constantly, but crying makes it worse. For sure. All right. See, Kelly, look. I look like a mess now. I got this little mic at the store the other day. Oh, my goodness. I don't believe the boys will go back. Merry Christmas, Delana. Woofy, are you still here? Okay, let's see. I do want to do like a little search to see if anything comes up with Summer. I wish that they talked about that digital evidence not long ago, and I'm sure they know what that is. They're not going to tell us, of course, but I would love to know what's on their cell phones. Where did it, I still have an issue, you guys, with even immediately, the very beginning of the story. A few things, with the time, there's a lot of time missing. But one of the things that has always bothered me since day one is the 911 call. Candace can't use her phone to call 911, but she can use it to call Dawn. But she has to go next door to get her mom's phone to call 911. And that's why Dawn called. I mean, it was just so much BS and confusion around that. And I don't believe that it was true. They were being truthful at all. I just don't. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything new there. Oh, thank you, Johnny. Yeah, I'm a t-shirt and jeans kind of gal, you know. That's just the way I am. Comfortable like that. But this is a t-shirt. It just don't have shoulders in it. I don't know. It's just so sad to think about, you know, these kids. And, you know, then you start to think about, well, what were their Christmases like before? Let's think about this. What was Summer's Christmas like before, you know? And also, if she didn't know, you know, how good some kids had it, she might still think that they had the best Christmas ever. I don't know. There's just so much to it. Just like that little girl, you know, that we had just talked about. If she was not last seen in freaking February and her parents, Oakley Carlson, and her parents didn't report her missing, what kind of Christmas was she having? I mean, her brother saying she was being locked under the stairs and just awful. And I don't know. Well, thank you, Delana. But anyways, oh yeah. So I will share with you guys about this other little missing girl really quickly. Now, this is the one of the three I don't know as much about. I have been watching. I still wanted to talk about it just briefly, just in case some of you guys are in the area or something like that. So, Lina Khil, Sardar, is that what it is? Lina Sardar Khil. She was at the playground with her mom. Mom leaves the playground and then she goes missing. That right there just, I don't know. They are saying that she's 3 years old, but in Afghanistan, they don't keep track of birthdays as much. They're Afghanistan refugees. Parents don't even speak English, you know. I'll share my screen so we can look at these little articles about it, and then I'm going to let you guys go and enjoy your families and all that good stuff. I'm going to make a video just specifically on Oakley and her story alone, so people who don't want to sit through a whole live or whatever. I doubt they give gift as Seventh-day Adventist. Anybody know for sure? I'm not sure, actually. I did a video on that church, and I probably mentioned it in there because I did like the basic research of what they believe in, you know, even, you know, talked about how some people consider it a cult, you know, and some people consider Jehovah's Witness a cult. I know for a fact in Jehovah's Witness, I had a friend who was Jehovah's Witness, and when I first started my journey in recovery, I studied the Bible for like a year. I just wanted to figure out who I was, what I believed in. Like, I didn't know. I spent so much time on drugs and stuff. I really had to have this whole self-discovery. And I know that if a member of the Jehovah's Witness church beats his wife, you know, messes with a child, just different things like that, and they're honest with the church and they come clean, the church will not tell on them. They actually don't want them to be told on. They want it worked out with God, you know. And I don't know, just they'll cover for each other. But okay, let's look at this really quick. My mom's up there coughing again. San Antonio Mosque spearheads $150,000 reward for missing 3-year-old Lina Sardar Khil, which, you know, some people have speculated she's 5. A friend of her dad's actually went on a YouTube channel and did an interview and said that she was actually 4. He explained, like I said, how they don't really keep track of birthdays the same way in Afghanistan. I mean, these refugees, with the lifestyle over there is so different than here. They are literally dirt floor poor. They are. $150,000 reward is now being offered for information that leads to finding missing 3-year-old Lina Sardar Khil, who vanished from a playground at her family's apartment complex in northwestern San Antonio on Monday evening. The Islamic Center of San Antonio, a mosque that her father would occasionally attend, originally offered a $10,000 reward on Wednesday, but that number shot up to $100,000 by Thursday evening as people started pitching in. This is not just coming from the community, it's also from local charities and non-Muslim organizations. They're treating it as a missing persons case, not an abduction. That's interesting to me. So the 3-year-old girl was on a playground Monday evening at the family's apartment complex in northwestern San Antonio when her mother briefly left the area. Lina had vanished when her mother returned. Here it says the family moved to San Antonio in 2019 after fleeing Afghanistan from threats that were posed to us, her father told the news. We continue to deploy all hands on deck approach. I was hoping some photos would load. Okay. If anyone's, in the area and you see her, there will be a number down here. Please call. If you know anything about any of these cases, even if you don't think it's a big deal, even if it's an encounter from a year ago, especially with Oakley and even Summer, if there was an encounter that someone witnessed in a, Dairy Queen or whatever, and it was no big deal, but, still, you can you call the police or call the tip line and let them know, and if it's important, they'll, they'll use the information. If it's irrelevant, then they won't. It's still considered a missing persons case, not an abduction, San Antonio Police Chief William McCannis said Wednesday. Despite the case being officially classified as a missing persons case, an FBI unit that specializes in crimes against children is on the scene in San Antonio. The FBI regularly engages with its local law enforcement partners in efforts to protect our community. The Child Abduction Rapid Deployment Team even was helping. What a cute little girl. Whoa. There it is. Oh my goodness. I love that picture. She's just adorable. My goodness. I hope and pray she's okay, and maybe she is. Just like we were just talking about that Cleo, the girl Cleo, who was found in the basement. It's possible. It really is. You got to keep hope, in these. And some of these cases, it just feels like, even I heard someone say that Summer Wells was presumed dead. By who? Police haven't said that. And, it might be a 90% chance she is or whatever, but there's still a chance she's not. It's not fair to just assume that and stick. It's not fair to Summer to assume those things and stick with that theory, because then you're not looking at all the other possibilities. She very well could be alive. She could have been, given away in an adoption. People said Candace didn't want a little girl. I don't know if that's true. It's just random hearsay BS on the internet, which a lot of the crap you hear isn't true. But it could be, and it happens all the time. These under-the-table adoptions. It just does. So Lina was on a playground. Okay, we read that. Okay, she's 4 feet tall, 55 pounds, shoulder-length hair. She was wearing a red dress, black jacket, and black shoes when she went missing on Monday evening. See, no detail is too small as we continue to search for Lina. Doesn't matter. You might think it's nothing. Still, please let the police know if you've come in contact with any of these children. In this case, the San Antonio Police, you can call them at 210-207-7660. So, let's see. Where was the father when she disappeared? Does anyone know? I believe he was at work, maybe? I've heard that. I'm not sure. This is a case I've watched a video or two on. I'm not really up to speed with all the details. I was going to, kind of deep dive into that, and then I heard about Oakley's case, and it really bothered me knowing that she was last seen in February, and there was a house fire. They didn't call the police. If you guys missed the beginning of today's live, definitely go back. It's a really important story that really needs to be seen and heard. Yeah, y'all should have seen Bentley watching that Santa tracker. It's like a thing, and it shows like him and all the reindeer flying over the ocean. It's like, 3 minutes until he's in Germany, and then it's like, 10 minutes till he's in London. But it was just so cool. He loved it. Yes, he was outside. He was outside. I know his dad. Huh? Whose dad? Her dad? He was outside where? Hey, Archimedes girl. Hey, Saving Grace. Merry Christmas. Oh, you know her dad. Cool. Interesting. Hey, Frankie baby. Thank you. I hope you had an awesome Christmas too. We had a pretty good one. You guys, after, I don't know, I just look at things different. After my mom got sick, I worried of how many Christmases I would get with her, if I'd get any, if I'd even get one more. Whew, y'all, I'm gonna cry. I'm trying. But, I was sitting there last night thinking about it. And thinking, like, my mom's in her 60s. You never know how many more you'll get with somebody, so, whew. Happy to have one today. Happy to get one today. I'm such a baby anyways. I'm the baby of my family. I have 3 brothers, 1 sister. They're all older. And I just don't know what I'd do without my parents. And, eventually we all have to go through that. And, oh, God, I don't even want to think about that day. So, yeah. I love you guys. And I appreciate you all. And thank you for being here and listening to me ramble about this stuff. And it's important to me. I know it's important to you guys, Make your moments with them count. I miss my mother. Yeah. Oh. Anyways, okay. My kids are coming in from playing outside, so I'm going to let you guys go for now, but I'll be back soon. I don't know when or what it will be about. Dude, really? You're getting ready to have dinner. You can't have nothing. Hold on a second. All right, I better go, y'all. Thank you for hanging out with me. I love you guys so much. Merry Christmas. Hope you had an awesome day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.